Welcome again, everyone, to this episode here on season 4 of Vegas. I'm here with Tammie Roitman, our intuitive clinical hypnotherapist, Kris Gray, our master astrologer, and me. I'm Mona Van Joseph, and I do tarot. You know, one of the things I want to remind you all is that sometimes when you're watching this program, you might really connect with one of the readers here on Vegas. You are totally welcome to contact any of us individually for a session. Whether you'd like to have a hypnotherapy session where you can get through your own personal blocks with Tammie, or you want to see what your chart is, maybe your birthday's coming up for you or a friend, you want to see what's happening in the next year, you want to reach out to Kris. And then my specialty is the ability to look at what's going on with you now and what's likely to happen moving forward. So I don't dwell a lot in the past unless it's actually here affecting your present. But that's my specialty. And so Mona.Vegas, theastrocowgirl.com, and TammieRoitman.com, and it's TammieRoitman.com, TammieRoitman.com.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Of course. So the way the program works is here on WWDBTV, and we are so grateful that we get to be on the station for this broadcast. Not only do we have this amazing broadcast here with WWDBTV, but if you go to the website, you'll see all of the other wonderful and informative and community aligned programs that are brought to the table here on WWDBTV. But the way our program works today is that we have actually an in-studio guest today, and we're going to bring our guest on here in just a moment. And the way it works is that our guest presents a question or an issue. And then that question gets answered by all three of us individually. And our guest gets to choose who answers the question first, second, and third. So what's nice about that is that that's not prearranged. We don't even know what the question is for our guest until the guest is appearing on our program, either via video or in studio. And by the way, how do you be on 3? www.three.vegas. Go right to the website, go to the How to Be on 3 page, and let us know if you'd like to video in for the program, or if you happen to be in Las Vegas or visiting Las Vegas, let us know. We'll see if we can arrange for you to be in studio. So we'll be right back with our in-studio guest, Joni, in just a minute.
The Showgirl Legacy Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to preserving the historic significance of the iconic showgirl as a performing artist. We achieve this through curriculum-based educational programs in partnership with the Las Vegas Academy of the Arts. The program includes a panel of entertainers and showgirls modeling authentic costumes for the visual arts students to paint. The students submit their artwork to the Showgirl Art Competition that becomes the annual Showgirl Art and Costume Exhibit. The foundation also represents guest speakers that give historical presentations about the Las Vegas Stage Show Spectaculars and their personal experiences. The speaker brings authentic show costumes for photo ops and tailors their presentations for conferences, conventions, luncheons, museums, and other venues. Recently added to the foundation's repertoire is the talk show The Showgirl Connection with your host, Luann. She interviews former and current showgirls, dancers, entertainers, and all the people behind the scenes that make the magic happen. The Showgirl Connection wouldn't be possible without the partnership and support of WWDBTV and owner John Stiles. Learn more about us at showgirllegacy.org and castandcrewreunion.com. For questions, email us at info@showgirllegacy.org.
Welcome back, everyone. We have a fabulous in-studio guest today. We have Joni. Joni, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody.
So great to have you here. So the way the program works is that you're going to present your issue, and then you're going to choose either Tammie or Kris or myself to answer your question or your issue first. And then after she's done, then you're going to choose who's second. And then by default, whoever's quote left over gets to address your question third. Now, what's so wonderful about you being in studio is that then it becomes very collaborative. So you can really pick up the energy of all of us concentrating on you, which is,
Of course.
really how it should be, right?
Yeah,
Make it
yeah.
all about you.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. So your issue or question today, what is it?
Okay, so I have several new business opportunities before me and that are associated with different partnerships.
Okay.
And I am concerned if they all are good or one or two of them are good. There's about 5.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
All right. So who would you like to have jump on that first? Me, Kris, or Tammie?
The cowboy hat.
All right, Kris, you take it away.
Okay, so we're just going to dive into your chart first. So you're a sun Cancer, and then you're also a Cancer rising. So that's based upon your exact time of birth and location. And that is a really important placement to have your sun in the same sign as your rising sign. It gives a lot of energy there. And so as a Cancer sun and Cancer rising, you tend to be very empathic, nurturing. You're like the natural counselor. People probably, strangers probably just start talking to you and sharing with you. And what I love so much about your chart is actually several things, but that people are so attracted to you that they feel comfortable with you. And so you would make an amazing counselor. And the big thing that I keep getting with your chart is spiritual healer. So if you have any interest or if any of the business opportunities are within the psychic arts or metaphysical or anything with spirituality or beliefs or philosophy, like you have this beautiful aspect in your chart, and it's very rare, and it's the luckiest formation a person can have.
Wow.
And what it says is that you have this ability to connect with people emotionally, empathically, but also you're able to pick up instinctual kind of intuitive kind of hints from them. And then you have this beautiful ability to actually speak to that. Whereas some people, they might pick up intuitively, but they're not quite sure how to translate that into like a connection where there's a dialogue there. And you have this beautiful ability to do that. So very articulate, very witty, highly intelligent, highly analytical too. And it's connected to this big, beautiful formation that you have that says that you can actually use that to help people. So you give wise advice, very wise advice. So you're some type of advisor, whether you do it professionally or just personally, but that's how people know you, that you give this wonderful advice. And so if any of those business opportunities involve you being any type of spiritual healer or just healer, counselor, some type of wise counsel, mentor, I mean, it is so aligned in your chart. It's absolutely beautiful. And I also want to talk to you about, you probably experience the loss of loved ones maybe a little earlier than most, or it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you knew earthly. Like it could be someone that passed, like a family member that passed even before you were born. But you have these placements that talk about the early loss of loved ones actually guide you, and they have made you like kind of like who you are. They guide you into your purpose in this life. And also because of that, indirectly, some of it even directly, you're able to help people transition through the different life cycles. So if you have any interest in, even if it's volunteering at hospice, like I think it's called the 11th hour, or anything involving helping people get to really vulnerable places and or navigate very vulnerable times in their life, you just have this natural, just very comforting and nurturing ability. And then you can also put it into words. I'm sure like when someone's going through a hard time, it's like you're one of those people that can always find the right words. Whereas, I struggle with that. I mean, there's people who struggle with that, but it's, your words are very comforting, but also your presence is too. So if any of those business opportunities align with anything of that, any of what I said, I mean, that is your path. It's very natural. And also when you integrate that natural gift into your everyday work, you unlock it's called a power of fortune. It's basically like your, where you find abundance and prosperity. So if you tie in your work, and you don't have to do that professionally, like you don't have to be a counselor, but if you integrate those natural qualities that you have into the work that you do every day, you're going to unlock that, that power of fortune for your abundance and prosperity.
Wow. That's fabulous.
That's pretty amazing.
Okay, so
Pretty
who would you
amazing.
like to address your issue next?
Tammie.
So there's something that you experienced earlier on that might have been seen as traumatic, that maybe you shoved down, but it's time to kind of deal with it because it's going to start coming up rampantly. And whether you're aware of it or you're not aware of it, it's going to come up. And it has a lot of sadness attached to it. When it comes to these businesses, 3 of them you should already been able to see aren't going to work for you. And 2 of them have a potential. But once you kind of forgive whatever is deep within you and let it go, another opportunity is going to come that's better than all of these. That's what kind of comes to me. And I don't know, like, if you're aware, but it's something when you were younger, it's something that might have affected things like weight control, feeling in control, being out of control. I don't know what it is. I don't know what age. And that's your journey, is to find out and allow it to kind of come up. And with doing that, if you take some time to spend on your solar plex energy center, because that's actually where the energy sits in it, and just kind of visualize taking long, deep breaths in and out of your nose, but seeing it come in and out of that center, then that will open up, and it will open up the others. And it will come to you pretty quickly. But I think what kept coming to me, even when you were sitting over there, is it's something a long time ago that maybe you have had completely shoved out of your mind.
Yeah, because I can't think of it at the moment even.
Yeah.
But
okay. It'll come in its due time, and then you can let us know.
Absolutely.
What
I
it is.
certainly will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's that held you back from looking at all these opportunities, saying that's not going to work for me. Neither is that. Neither is that. These 2 have the potential of it.
Wow. Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
I'm going to do a quick clear of the cards. Laying out my whole deck, and I'm drawing your 5 cards. So what's really, really interesting is I have to echo what Tammie just said about the 5 opportunities.
Yes.
All 5 of these cards are people.
Okay.
It's very rare that all 5 cards come up as people. Okay. So there's a woman here that I don't like. There's a man here I don't like. But then there are 3 people here I do like. All right. This one, there's this fella here that he's somebody that he's got a lot of great ideas, but probably not good at follow-up. So he's had great ideas, but then would expect you as his partner to do all the detail work. All right. So I like him, but there's I'm going to come up with a great idea. I'm going to dump it on you, and then I'm going to go do something else. And I'm basically going to hold you accountable for handling all the work. The 2 people I like out of these 5 people, I like this guy. This guy I would hire as a salesperson for you, but I wouldn't go into business with him. So this would be the guy that I would give him the part-time gig of straight commission kind of sales. All right. But the 2 people I like, there's this gal here. She's probably in her early 30s. She's easy to talk to. She's fun. There's a high energy with her. I like her. The guy I like, bit more mature, probably in his mid 40s or older. He's incredibly disciplined and he's very good with money. So what I like about him is that there's this very strong analytical connection with him, with you. And it feels like when he tells you something, he only needs to say it once, he's going to do it. This young gal that I'm seeing here, the same way, but she does it with this level of enthusiasm that we all had in our 20s. That, do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I can do it, and I'm going to throw myself 100% into it, and I'm going to make you look good in the process. So, but what's interesting is the two people I don't like. There's a woman here, and usually she has dark hair and dark eyes, and it's she talks a big game, but I don't think she's got the follow up. The guy that's coming up here probably has brown hair and blue eyes. And while the idea might be a good one, I don't think it's fully formed. So really, out of these 5 people, these 2 are the ones I like the best. The younger gal and the guy that is 45 years or older. These are the 2 that I really like. What's so interesting, though, is you have this marvelous ability to, even if you tell them no, they're still going to be your friends. Because you have this marvelous ability to be able to say, you know, I got to put that idea on pause for now. I love the idea. I think it's a good idea, but I'm going to have to put it on pause for now because it's not fitting into my business model moving forward. And you yourself are in a place that if you give your word, you're going to fall all over yourself to keep it. So by you saying, you know, I have a lot of things being presented to me. Now, I'd like you to tell us what you actually do for work before anybody else says anything. Hold on. Tell us what you do for work.
So I started as only handling weddings and it's transitioned into events, birthdays, all celebratory proposals, bachelorette parties, all of that and all that goes with that, even coming to Vegas for the entire weekend.
Amazing.
It's amazing. It is amazing. It's something to share in somebody's life-changing event, whatever it is, every day. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Can you pull the 10th card from the right for her?
Right. The right? From the left.
No. Yeah, to the
1,
right. Sorry.
2,
The
3,
10th.
4.
Because I think that's the
5,
opportunity that's going to
6,
show up.
7, 8, 9, 10. It's by coincidence. This is the card that's by coincidence. But what's interesting here is that to actually define that card, if that card was upright, it would be that all the ducks fall in a row as soon as you meet the person. When it's reversed, it means there's a lot of details to work out before you sign anything with anybody. But that I think that this new thing came across your radar by coincidence, or it might not have come by you yet.
Yeah, it's not
So
here
it
yet.
could be on the way. And the timing on this connects to the number 2. So it could be 2 weeks, 2 months, the 2nd of the month, or the month of February, that you might not decide to do anything with anybody new until 2026 and specifically February.
Okay.
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 But it's so rare that all these are people coming up in your spread.
That's the opportunity that's better than any of these 5 and is bigger than you could even dream of.
In February.
Well, when it shows up.
It could show up in 2 days.
Oh, the 2s. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
2 days, 2 weeks, the 2nd of the month. I mean, Thursday, we're recording this, pre-recording this, but we're recording this in September, October 2nd. Now, the month of November resonates the number 2 because the 11 month, 1 and 1 equals 2. So in numerology, there could be something that comes across your radar in November and holy crap. But it feels like, I feel like it's a casual conversation with somebody and they mention something, and then your brain, with all your experience, all of your connections, all of everything you know, goes, holy crap, I could do that. And it may not be that you do it with somebody. You might create it all on your own, and you might hire some of these people that brought up these little ideas to you to help you manage whatever the new big thing is. But there is a new big thing coming.
I find it interesting when you say this all people, because my whole career has always been just people.
Yeah.
Never a traditional way of marketing a business or anything. It's all been relationship built.
Right. And of course, I would imagine that if somebody said, okay, Joni, I'm doing my bachelorette party. We already have our rooms at the Wynn, but can you pick us up in a limo? Can you drive us around to all the nightclubs? Can you arrange for dinner for us? I mean, it's like you can arrange all of it. And really all they do is pay you to do it. Then there's a guy holding up a sign for the Smith party in baggage claim.
Mhm.
They walk out to a Cadillac SUV, and now they get transported around the city in their Cadillac SUV, so nobody's going to drive drunk.
Right.
So,
Right.
but then you also have connections, I'm sure, with the nightclubs
Yeah.
to put them on the VIP list, so they walk right in looking hot in their little tight mini dresses.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah.
Right.
So, all right. Well, this is when we all get collaborative and jump in. So, is there any kind of follow-up question you want to ask? Kris, do you want to jump in with your
I
insight?
just love to hear what all of you have to say.
So you have a very, very lucky transit that's going on. It started in May of this year, but it really started connecting with you probably, I'm going to give it maybe July, is possibly August, but somewhere around there in the last couple months.
What is a lucky transit?
All right. So what this means for you specifically is opportunities are just going to start just coming in. So they probably started maybe July or August for you. And it is opportunities that it's kind of like your own personal wishing star. Like you take your pick, whatever it is that you want.
Mm.
And so you're going to have a lot of opportunities that come to you that you can pick. Even like if you want to take your life path in a different direction, or if you want to start something completely new, you're going to have so many opportunities that just kind of come to you. And what it is specifically with this transit and for you, it's going to make you so kind of open-minded and just kind of, have you ever seen that movie, Yes Man?
Oh, I love
with
that
Jim
movie.
Carrey?
No.
Basically,
Homework assignment.
Okay. Okay.
he says yes to, he has to say yes to everything.
Oh, okay.
Things that he would normally say no to, he has to say yes to everything. And it just opens up his eyes, and it's full of opportunities. So that is what this transit is. It's more kind of like opening your mind to being open-minded. And because of that, you end up attracting a lot of people to you, a lot of opportunities. And so this started really kind of kicking up for you a couple months ago, and it's just going to get stronger and stronger. And it's going to last for probably till about June, July of next year. So 5 is nothing compared to what's coming.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna
Wow.
and you're gonna have your pick, and
Wow.
it's
Okay.
you can take that in whatever direction you want to take it in, and if there's something new you want to do, just completely unheard of. So endless opportunities. And then what's even great about that as well is next year, when that transit moves on, it moves into your money house. So anything that you work on and, for the next year are these opportunities, and you build in the partnerships, especially the partnerships that you build. And I want to say one other thing with addition to that. But anyways, the partnerships are the opportunities that you work on this year will come to fruition next year. So give it about June, July, August, starting around there. And then it's going to hit your money house. And so they're going to start materializing and bringing you abundance there.
Okay.
So I do want to touch on relationships for you. You have this placement that means that sometimes you have to take on a lot of responsibility. And I want to bring that up because Mona mentioned that, there was that one person who's like, has this great idea, but you would be doing all the boots on the ground. And so that's kind of been a theme for you. And so I just want to put that out there as hey, it's not your imagination. And for you to, put some boundaries up there as far as, it's not all your responsibility.
And that's linked into whatever's hiding in the depths of yourself, of why you put that pattern in place.
Okay.
Take on other people's responsibilities, or sometimes it's you kind of burden yourself when you're in a relationship, whether it's romantic or business partnership. sometimes you take on burdens that aren't yours. They're they're not your responsibilities. And so,
But you take them on. I think I take them on because you want it done right.
Yeah.
You take
you
and
can
you
trust yourself.
exactly, exactly.
So it really
Exactly.
has nothing to do with what you're going to realize is it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's a protective factor that you took on
Mhm.
very early
Mhm.
because you know if I have control, if I do it, then it's going to get done my way and I don't have to be disappointed by it. So this was set up by you, but now it's time to let that go.
You know, and that makes sense.
And this is attached here somewhere. You're going to have to go within yourself. I see what it is, but I can't tell you. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sometimes
But-
I get information and it cannot be shared.
But you know what? That is so true because you're like, I don't need to delegate this. I can just do it myself. Right? And then years go by and you're like, wow, okay, now what? Now I need to regroup a little bit because I'm getting older. I need some help in these areas.
mhm.
Well, one of the things that I know about you, and especially since we've had the extra insight of Kris and Tammie, is that people have underestimated you your whole life. And one of the fastest ways to motivate you, and it almost makes you laugh internally, is when people piss you off. Is that is like, oh, really? I'll show
Oh
you.
my God, that's so right.
Well,
That is so true.
the funny thing is,
It's so
is that when someone says, "Oh, Joni, you can't possibly do that,"
Mhm.
and you're like, "Hold my beer," right? I mean, it's like, and then you go and you do it, and you do it better because there's that extra, "Oh yeah, I double dog dare you" vibe connected with it. But you are amazing at what you do. And I know you well enough because you're part of this Vegas community. If anyone has anything to do with any celebration and they want it done right, it's calling Joni at the Wedding Connection to make that happen. So is it theweddingconnection.com?
LVweddingconnection.com.
LVweddingconnection.com is Joni's website. And so if you're planning a bachelorette party or a bachelor party, or if you're doing your 11th hour wedding, this is the gal. She can make it all happen for you. I mean, I've heard stories from her that she's made a wedding happen with 20 guests within a week.
Whoa.
And she's made it happen. And it's because she's so connected in this community. You know, people who call up, "Hey, Bill, I need a limo at the airport at 11. Okay, Joni, you got it. Right? So your relationships are very solid because the biggest thing you do is you establish trust with people.
Yeah.
That means so much to me. And ethics, ethics is right there on the top of my list. Ethics and trust and those things, when you're doing them, and as you start your career and doing what you do, you don't realize, you don't think of that. And now years later, you're like, wow, I didn't realize how important it was because it wasn't in my mindset to do that.
Right.
You just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in this town that has
Especially-
limited ethics.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yes, I know. I've been here for over 40
So you
years.
know.
I get the ethics.
Well, the
Yeah.
other thing
It's
too
unethical.
is I look at Las Vegas and people that live in Las Vegas is that it's part of not only a personal spiritual final exam. All right. It's like it's a one big test after another. Every temptation is here.
Yeah.
It also means that when you find the diamonds of people that are who they say they are and are ethical, you hang on to them
Yeah.
in this town. And that's why Vegas is still a very small town. It is who you know.
So agree.
And-
so agree
and
with you.
You are a gold mine for a who you know. You are. So anything else you want to ask us?
No.
Any
I just-
feedback of
No, it's just so fascinating because putting it all together, because you can relate to all of what you have said. I don't know what that is, but
You'll see.
but
Yeah.
putting all the pieces together and with you all not knowing, and that's why I kept Mona for last, and she already knew,
Right.
Yeah.
was it very fascinating to hear. And yeah, it's like,
You
wow.
know that you've put this protective factor in place. What you don't know is what I'm asking you to go discover of what the purpose was.
Right.
And this has to do with some situation when you were younger that, like I said, it's maybe so far down you have forgotten about it,
Uh-huh.
but you got to remember I do all of this because it helps me feel protected. It helps me feel safe. It helps me feel in control. So what was the purpose here of that? And when you see this, you'll free all of this up.
Okay. Okay.
So in a way, Joni is sort of a wedding celebrity here in Vegas because of what you, seriously, because when people have asked me out of the blue, well, who can I have help with my, and mostly it's been weddings because that's what that's how
where we
I
started.
met you.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, you got to call Joni, LV Wedding Connection, man. She's the one. So,
And you know what? And when we founded the company, the name Connection, right, was very, I didn't realize how important that was and how reflective that is of what I wanted to accomplish. And with the word connection in the name, right? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm never getting married again. Once was
Okay.
enough.
I don't know. What about the one guy that you were talking about before dinner last night that you're going to
No.
meet him and sorry.
There will be no marriage.
And how
All
can
right.
you say that?
Okay.
How can I?
All right.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You
All right, we digress.
I know for sure.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Vegas. Remember, how do you be on 3? Go to www.three.vegas. Go to how to be on 3 page and just sign up with us. You can also be in studio like the fabulous Joni was here today.
Yeah.
Just by asking us, and we will let you know when the next filming dates are. We usually film about 8 episodes over a weekend. So if you are coming in from out of town, we might be able to coordinate that with you. Or if you're local and you want to have this experience yourself, please let us know. www.three.vegas. I want to thank Joni for being our guest here in studio today.
Thank you,
Tammie,
ladies.
Kris, thank you for your collaborative, intuitive efforts. I super appreciate it. And John with WWDBTV, thank you so much for allowing us to have the platform of doing this program here. Remember, subscribe to WWDBTV on YouTube so that you can experience all of the programs that they do here on this marvelous station. So until next time, stay well, stay blessed, and we'll see you soon.
The cast members of 3 are not professional attorneys, CPAs, psychologists, marriage counselors, physicians, or financial advisors. You are provided with opinions that are unique to each of the intuitive performers. 3 is presented to you for your entertainment.